All this time, you've been told to just be yourself, smile, ask questions, be a good listener, and maybe, if you're lucky, she'll like you back. But if that actually worked, you wouldn't still be here, watching this video, hoping for an answer. Because deep down, you already know something's off. You've had conversations where everything seemed fine. You were polite, respectful, even funny. And still, nothing happened. She ghosted. She flaked. She lost interest. You followed the advice, but the outcome never changed. Because what they never told you is this: women aren't responding to your words. They're responding to who you believe you are while you're saying them. The attraction starts before you speak. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to walk into any conversation with a woman and leave her craving the next time she hears your voice. The first conversation killer is in your head, and it's this: you see her as higher than you. You think she's beautiful, magnetic, rare. You already assume she has options. And even before you open your mouth, you've placed her on a pedestal she didn't even ask to stand on. You've disqualified yourself without realizing it. Not because you said the wrong thing, but because, in your mind, you're the one trying to qualify. Here's the brutal truth most men never want to admit. The reason your conversations fall flat is because deep down, you don't believe you're enough for her. You enter the interaction from a place of lack, of needing her to like you. That energy leaks through every word, every gesture, every pause. She feels it instantly. Her radar detects neediness before you even smile. So let's fix that right now. From this point on, you need to internalize something radical. She's just a human being. Say it again. She's not better than you. She's not special. She's not your reward for being nice or funny or generous. She's a person. That's it. Until you truly believe that, nothing you say will matter. Your words will come out soft, filtered, fearful, because you'll still be trying to impress. And that's exactly what turns her off. Here's what you do instead. When you talk to her, treat her like you would your little cousin who just got back from summer camp. Curious? Sure. Playful? Absolutely. But do you need her to like you? Not even a little. That shift alone will transform the way she feels around you. Why? Because women are addicted to how a man makes them feel about themselves. And when you make her feel like you don't need her, she suddenly wants to earn your approval. It's counterintuitive, but that's how female attraction works. It bypasses logic and hits emotions straight in the gut. Which brings us to something most men have no clue about. Women don't choose who they're attracted to. They respond to invisible cues, vibe, energy, certainty. And all of that is read within seconds of talking to you. Think of her subconscious like a radar. Every time you speak, that radar is scanning for one thing. Is this guy above me or beneath me? And no, this isn't about money or looks or status. It's about how you see yourself. If you talk to her like she's special, the radar says, he's beneath me. If you talk to her like you're the prize, the radar says, he might be the one. So here's the question that should be burned into your brain every time you talk to a woman. Am I signaling that I'm above her or chasing her? If it's the second, you've already lost. But if it's the first, if your energy says you're lucky I even noticed you, then she'll lean in without even realizing why. This isn't about being rude or arrogant. It's about communicating your value without begging for validation. And the fastest way to start doing that? Body language. Yeah, I know. You've heard this before. Stand tall, don't cross your arms, smile. Forget all that. That's performative garbage. Because the real power in your body language isn't about posture, it's about comfort. When you're with someone who has lower value than you, how do you sit? You're relaxed, loose. You lean back, you take up space. You're not worried about impressing them, so your body shows it. But when you're with someone you're trying to win over, you lean in, you nod too much, you shrink. That's exactly what most men do around attractive women. And every time they do, that radar lights up and screams, he's below me. So the fix is simple. Act like you don't care. Sit how you'd sit around your best friend. Talk how you'd talk to someone who needs your attention, not the other way around. And if she says something you don't like, don't argue, don't defend, just lean back and slowly walk away. Nothing messes with a beautiful woman's head like a man who walks away without hesitation. It shocks her system, because 99% of men chase, beg, plead for her attention. But you treat her like she has to earn yours. And that's when she starts chasing you, not because of what you said, but because of what you didn't need to say. Now let's talk about the actual words. the conversation itself. You've got the mindset, you've got the body language, but if your mouth opens and ruins everything, it's game over. And here's where 99% of men blow it. They try too hard to be interesting. They fall into this trap of thinking, if I say something cool or funny or deep enough, she'll like me. So they overthink every sentence. They run mental simulations before every reply. They play it safe. Or, worse, they perform. But the harsh truth, when you try to say something impressive, you've already lost. Because impressive bar effort bar need, and need low value. What works is the exact opposite. Relaxed indifference. There's a structure I want burned into your spine every time you speak to a woman. 50% about her, 30% about the world, 20% about you. You don't lead with your resume. You don't launch into some TED talk about your beliefs or goals. You pull her into the spotlight. You make her the subject. Because the moment she starts talking about herself, something incredible happens. She starts investing. An investment creates connection. But here's the thing. Most guys ask surface-level questions like they're filling out a dating app form. What do you do for work? Where are you from? Do you have any siblings? She's answered those questions 1,000 times. They don't make her feel anything. They don't make her remember you. So instead, I want you to ask questions that touch her identity. Things like, what's something people always misunderstand about you? If you could wake up tomorrow with one new talent, what would it be? What was your childhood like growing up? These aren't just questions. They're emotional doorways. And when she walks through them, she opens up, she feels something, and she starts to associate those feelings with you. Because remember, she's not judging your answers. She's judging your presence. Now, what about that 30%? That's the free flow zone, the jokes, the nonsense, the stuff that seems like it doesn't matter. You talk about the weird painting on the wall. You guess what the guy at the next table is thinking. You tease her about her drink order. You say things that don't have a point. On purpose. Why? Because this is where you stop filtering. This is where your real personality slips out. And that's what she's craving. Most guys are so busy calculating what they should say, they forget how to just talk. So she sits there feeling like she's on a job interview instead of a date. But when you stop filtering, even when you say something ridiculous, she relaxes. Because now it feels real. And real is rare. And now, the most dangerous 20%, when you talk about yourself. This is where men try to flex. They talk about their job, their car, their trips. They drop names, tell stories, try to prove their high value, and it backfires. Every single time. Because women don't want a man who proves he's high value. They want a man who doesn't need to. So when you talk about yourself, make fun of yourself. Tell the story of the time you locked yourself out of your own house in your underwear. Mention how you cried watching a movie you won't name. This does two powerful things. It makes you human. It shows you're not trying to impress her. And here's the paradox. The less you try to impress her, the more impressed she gets. Now combine that with a bit of mystery. Don't spill everything. Don't answer every question. Don't let her map out your whole personality in one conversation. If she asks, what do you do for work? Don't say, I'm a project manager at X firm, been there for 6 years. Say, that's a very serious question. I feel like I should get a drink first. Or, I'd tell you, but I don't want you falling in love with me just yet. It's playful, unexpected. It creates curiosity, which is the spark behind attraction. Mystery pulls her in, because now she has something to figure out. And the second she's trying to figure you out, you've already won. Let me give you a few more lines to plant in your back pocket. Her. So what's your biggest flaw? You. I get too emotionally invested in reality TV. Her. What are you doing this weekend? You. That depends. Are you gonna stalk me if I tell you? Her. Where are you from? You. Right now or in a past life? See the pattern? You're not giving answers. You're creating friction. And friction makes her feel something. Radar responds to. But here's the catch. Just when you're getting good at this, she's going to test you. Not on purpose, not consciously, but her radar will push her to say or do something, to shake you, to see if you're real, to see if that confidence you're showing is actually yours, or just an act. These tests are coming, and if you flinch, you'll lose everything you built. But don't worry. In the next video, I'll show you exactly how to handle those tests and flip them into the most powerful attraction weapon you've ever used. But for now, forget trying to impress her. Forget thinking of the perfect thing to say. Forget pretending to be someone you're not. Just remember this. She's not better than you. You don't need her approval. And the moment you stop chasing women is the moment they start chasing you. Let's go deeper. Because right now, you might feel confident. Like you get it. You understand the ratio. You've got the body language. You're sitting back, not over-investing. But there's one thing left that most guys never see coming. The test. And I'm not talking about a playful tease or a light jab. I'm talking about the moment she presses the eject button on your ego and watches what happens next. Because that's what she's doing, even if she doesn't know it. It could be subtle. That shirt's interesting. Or blunt. You're not really my type. Or even strategic. Why are you still single? Every time she throws a test at you, her subconscious radar is watching. Like a hawk. She's not trying to be cruel. She's trying to feel something real. Something that cuts through your act and shows her the man underneath. And here's the part that'll punch you in the chest if you're not ready. The way you respond to her test tells her everything she needs to know about you. If you get defensive, she feels it. If you laugh nervously, she feels it. If you change your answer, over-explain, try to win her back with logic, she feels all of it. And in that instant, the radar decides. He's pretending. He's not it. So how do you handle the test? You absorb it and amplify it back with ease. Let me show you what that looks like. Her. You don't seem like my type. You. Thank God. I attract enough trouble as it is. Her. You're kind of arrogant, aren't you? You. Only when I'm sober. Her. Is this your way of flirting? You. If it were, you'd already be obsessed with me. Do you see the difference? You're not getting defensive. You're not scrambling. You're not explaining yourself. You're showing that her attempt to shake you doesn't even cause a ripple. Because here's what really makes her attracted to you. Not your looks, not your stories, not your lines, your unshakable self-belief. Most guys fracture under pressure. You laugh. You double down. You're so solid in who you are that nothing she says can knock you out of frame. That's what confidence actually looks like. Not loud, not performative, not desperate. Just quiet certainty that says, I know who I am. You're welcome to discover it. Or not. And the more you carry yourself like that, the more she feels like you're the rare one, the one who doesn't play by the script, the one who's already full, not looking for someone to fill the emptiness. Here's something almost no one will tell you. Women don't fantasize about a man who worships them. They fantasize about a man who barely notices them at first, and slowly, unpredictably, begins to open a door they have to fight to enter. She doesn't want easy validation. She wants to earn your attention. She wants to feel the shift, when your gaze changes, when your energy softens, when she knows she's passed your test, but she can't feel that shift if you're already handing her everything on a silver platter. So stop doing it. Stop giving away your value before she even earns it. Stop chasing. Stop impressing. Stop explaining. Let your silences carry weight. Let your teasing have tension. Let your mystery create gravity. If she asks something too personal, deflect it playfully. If she challenges you, push back with confidence, not aggression. If she tries to assert control, smile, and take it right back. Every moment you hold your frame, you rise in her eyes. And look, this isn't about manipulation. It's not about tricks or mind games. It's about recognizing how attraction actually works and leaning into it without apology. You want to know the truth? The guy who gets the girl isn't the one with the perfect body, or the best jokes, or the fanciest life. It's the guy who walks into the room with a deep, immovable belief, she has to earn me. That energy changes everything. It shifts the entire conversation. And once you operate from that frame, you'll start to notice something wild. You don't even need to say much. She'll start carrying the conversation. She'll start asking you the questions. She'll lean in. She'll chase. Not because of what you said, but because of how she feels in your presence. And you'll walk away without texting, without following up, without needing her number, because you know that if she's meant to come back, she will. And if she doesn't, you're still the same man. Solid, grounded, whole. You don't get your power from her response. You bring your power into the conversation, then walk away untouched. That's the man she remembers. That's the man she dreams about later. That's the man every other guy is trying to copy and failing, because most guys are trying to become that man for women. You become that man for yourself. And once you do, talking to women isn't a game you play to win. It's just another moment you walk through, completely free. You master the art of conversation. by no longer needing it to go anywhere. Because the minute you stop chasing connection, that's when it finds you.